Hello and welcome to this web edition of Orange Press Pass. Orange Press Pass at the half alongside Matt Liberman and Nicole Hansen. I'm Nick Dugan. Guys, Syracuse trails by 2 touchdowns at the half against Kansas, 35-21. It looked good early on for the Orange, able to hang tough, but then it started to slip away. Matt, what happened?
Well, Nick, Kansas did what they do best, and that is hit shots. Devontae Graham absolutely took over at the end, and what also happened is Syracuse stopped hitting theirs. They were hitting them early on. Frank Howard was in the game, able to get some three-pointers going early, O'Shea Brissett as well, but as soon as Frank Howard stepped out of the game, Kansas just took over. They started hitting their shots, especially Devontae Graham, 16 points in that first half.
Absolutely. The only chance Syracuse had in this game was hoping that Kansas would not find that three-point shot. They didn't make one for the first, at least, couple minutes of this game, and it was really, really helping Syracuse that they were making a couple, but not too many, and to really put them over the edge. And once they figured out how to hit from the outside and in the paint, there was no chance that they were going to be able to fall into this.
Yeah, Matt, and you mentioned Frank Howard. He's the point guard of this team, and especially with Geno Thorpe announcing that he would leave the program just yesterday. They're short at guard, and Frank Howard with 3 fouls already. Matt, what does that do for this team going into the second half?
It completely demoralizes the team because you know that he's on a very tight leash going forward. I mean, he cannot afford to pick up a 4th foul. That's the ball game right there. I mean, you see right now with him out of the game, Kansas goes on a 10-0 run and really able to generate some great offense, and Syracuse unable to stop it. Frank Howard is the cog that allows this team to run. We've been talking about it all season about how surprising it is because he's able to control the pace. He's able to control the game, really. So when you take away that game manager, I know you still have Tyus Battle, but he hasn't been able to get anything going early on. When you take away that key cog, it all goes downhill.
We saw not only has Tyus Battle not been able to do very much, I think there's still a little bit of concern in Jim Boeheim how the back's doing, how that bruise is working out for him. So they really need to have Frank Howard in there to be that leader. Those two are the leader for them. So Howard Washington coming in, maybe seeing a little bit of playing time. Hopefully for the Orange that will work out a little bit for them. There's a possibility, maybe a little bit of a surprise there. But without Frank Howard, I think it really puts a whole notch in this whole game plan for Jim Boeheim.
Yeah, Nick, and something to note, it's not the Kansas big men that are really destroying Syracuse right now. It's the guards. Azubuike really hasn't done much. He was in foul trouble early on. It's all from the guards, all from the perimeter shooting.
It's true. You've seen a couple of alley-oops from Kansas, but really not pounding it inside as much as people may have thought. You know, that really good inside presence from Kansas could end up being a factor. And so, guys, going into the second half, how do you see this one finishing out?
Well, not well if you're a Syracuse fan. I see Kansas taking this one 82-59. They are just the more dominant team. They're hitting their shots. They're just so well-rounded. When you take away Frank Howard or Tyus Battle, this isn't a deep team at all. Kansas, they have 5 or 6 guys that can do exactly what those two can.
I'm going to probably agree with you a little bit. Give Syracuse a little bit more credit. 80-65 Kansas is my prediction for this one. It's going to be a tough game for them. Syracuse is not capitalizing on opportunities. Kansas is giving them, and Kansas is figuring out how to shoot the ball. That's a horrible combination for the team.
Yeah, Jayhawks getting hot at the end of that first half, and our analysts think that it will just continue and pick up this win down at American Airlines Arena. Well, stay tuned to our coverage at CitrusTV Sports on Twitter. Christian de Guzman down there reporting for us, and we'll have you covered at the end of this one when the final buzzer sounds. For Matt Liberman, Nicole Hansen, I'm Nick Dugan. Thanks for watching.